This is GabNet, the Great American Broadcast Network, now in its 8th year of talk like you've never heard it before.
Yep, live from Harlem, New York, it's the Ramble with me. I'm Alex. Hey everybody, how are you? Good to see you. It's Wednesday now, the third day of the week, fourth day of the week. Oh, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, the fourth day of the week. Isn't it? That's something. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just feeling just a little bit, I'm feeling okay. Just, you know, that little malaise, that tiredness that I've been getting, it's still happening. So I don't know. I don't know what it's from. But I will try and make it through the next hour. If I don't, I'll just quit. I'll let you guys finish without me. Anyway, it's time now, as we do every now and then, to go over to see our old friend Phil Meyer. Let me admit him here to the thing, so that he is okay. And let's see if he pops up. There's his name there. Okay, pop up, will you? There you go. There you are. There
it's
you
not
are.
Monday. What do you mean pop up?
I mean, it's Wednesday. What I mean Wednesday?
No, but on Monday's the pop up.
Oh, I see.
And I'm not allowed on the pop up.
Let me see here. I'm gonna do some a few little things here to make myself look better. Okay.
Oh, wear a mask?
Huh? What?
You
No.
got a mask?
No. I'm gonna just do this stuff. There we go. Yeah. Just a little bit more up. There we go. Isn't that cute? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. You notice I have a new camera.
No, I can't tell from here.
Yeah, well, you can't tell because the camera is so good that it's actually better than my 4K.
Wow. I heard you talking about buying a new camera.
And this one doesn't glitch. It doesn't glitch. The color is terrific on it. The clarity is terrific, And it looks like I'm using my 4K camera. It's better than my 4K.
Can you send back those Brios and get a refund?
All four of them? No.
Yeah, just tell them they're glitching and, you bought something else that's not.
If you want one cheap, I can send it to you,
I have one. I have a Logitech something. I think it's a Brio.
Yeah.
But I bought that Elgato, and I didn't like it.
It's horrible. It's horrible.
Yeah, it didn't have any adjustability or.
And it didn't. If you tried to, this is the Elgato face cam. It's called.
Yeah.
And it
was expensive.
Yeah, and I sent away for it, and then it glitched a lot. But that may have been my problem, but I don't care, because then I ordered a Logitech new camera, and it was glitching too. So I sent it back. And then finally I fixed the problem, because the glitching was that Zoom didn't tell you that you've got to download a certain zoom for the new silicon chip, right? Once I did that, didn't glitch, but my Brio was still glitching. So I sent away for a Razer, Keo it's called. And I'm telling you, it just fits right on there. It's nice. It looks great. It just looks like a lens looking at you. And it's really great.
Maybe the Logitech isn't compatible with the new computer.
No, I don't think it's that.
No?
I think it's not compatible with Monterey.
I've had problems with my old 920, 930, whatever it was.
Yeah.
When they went to Monterey.
Yeah.
It was a problem. Well, Phil's Medical Minute, I am getting ready to prep. Now, I wanted the stuff that you recommended, which is the 2 pints, because I'm going to get a colonoscopy tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And but they sent me the 1 gallon thing, so I figured.
Why didn't you ask them about that other stuff?
I didn't really have much communication. This is Kaiser, you know.
Well, screw them. Then don't
showed up.
screw them. You're a patient. You want answers.
Well, I'll just drink the stuff they told me to drink. I can
No,
force
well, what
it
I
down.
do is I get this thing. It's called citrate or something.
Yeah.
And I haven't had to do one in a while because my gastroenterologist doesn't think I need it at my age.
Yeah.
Because they got this idea. Hey, you're gonna die of something else.
Yeah. Isn't that
Well,
lovely?
thank you so very, very much. I appreciate it. Okay.
I'm 18 years overdue on this.
Oh, you really?
Yeah, I had a sigmoidoscopy somewhere in my 50s. It was clean. Then they give you these fit tests, which is a little thing you poop on and put it in a vial and send. It is vial, but you send it
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
That was fine.
Yeah.
And did you do something on YouTube that made it glitch?
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. No.
It's
No.
fine now.
Okay. There we go. Is it glitching again? See?
but no.
Oh, see, I actually moved to another screen for a second because I had to turn something off. So
Okay.
anyway.
Oh yeah, they just did it again.
Oh, it should. That's because it's.
Remember, I'm delayed.
You're delayed. Yeah. Okay.
So-
Sorry, everybody. I always do things that I shouldn't be doing while I'm doing a show.
Only when he talks to Phil.
Okay.
But well, I listened to your nice show. It's getting very political, and
No. It's a nice show, but we're not saying that we don't do politics. Oh, there it
Yeah.
is. I see what it did when I moved to another page. It made all that glitchy stuff.
yeah,
I
yeah.
just saw it. Yeah.
It's
No.
actually kind of neat.
It looks kind of cool. Excuse me, folks, if you really feel like all of a sudden you were on acid and you had an acid flashback from, But anyway.
Hey, the colors.
Well, there it goes again. See, because I moved it again, and then I'll probably get to the page, and it should be okay, shouldn't it?
Well, don't do it too much because you'll break that
wait a
new
minute.
camera.
Oh, there we go. See
Yeah.
what it did? Yeah.
No, yeah.
I won't do it again, folks. So please excuse me. I'm sorry. All right. Jesus
So,
Christ. Where was I? Where was I? Oh, yeah. The Monday show isn't defined by the fact that we don't talk about politics. It's just we don't get nasty to each other.
Well, last time, a couple times ago, somebody wanted to punch me in the nose, and it doesn't get nasty.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been going to the gym, so I'm ready. Actually, I got up at 4 this morning for my 5:45. I have a personal trainer now. So this personal trainer, I'm doing CrossFit, and it's just one-on-one. I feel great. It's been a real.
Oh, you're going to feel great. You know why you're going to feel great? Because you're paying somebody to make you feel great, and you don't want to say you're not feeling great because that would mean you were wasting your goddamn money.
Well, they're having me do a lot of stuff that I've never done before. I've never lifted weights and barbells and.
Oh, I did all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I used to install carpet.
One time I had muscles and just a big chest, and so yeah. And then I got tired of going.
Well, it's been a good experience.
Yeah,
so
you'll
far.
get tired of going.
Oh yeah, I'm already tired of going. I mean, getting up at 4 a.m. to be there at 5:45, ready to go, and this morning I couldn't have my coffee
Yeah, but-
because they don't allow it with the colonoscopy.
Anyway, getting back to the Monday show, because you brought it
okay.
up.
Yeah. Okay.
So, I mean, we weren't, there was nobody getting nasty, belligerent, nobody was talking trash about anybody. It was a nice discussion about the politics of the day,
Yeah.
But
Yeah. If
it's
you
a
think-
different, the show has a different nature to it. Let me put it that
Yeah.
way.
Well, let's see if I can find.
Than this piece of crap, okay?
Well, here. Do you want to hear the politics of the day? This is a message from Tony. Wait a minute.
Oh, good. You're gonna the wisdom according to Tony.
Huh? Yeah.
they're not going to give. I want him to run. You know what I want him to do? I want him to run. Told you, set fire to the whole fucking place. That's it.
What's that?
Every one of these motherfuckers.
Here.
Cheney, I call her the bitch because that's what she is, Bill.
This is what I get. This is what I get all day long. There must have been 30 things. Now I have unleashed a monster in Tony.
No,
know?
you haven't unleashed it. You can just ban him from your Facebook.
Well, no, yeah, but his right wing leanings. Is he a Proud Boy, or is he?
I got to tell you, no, he's a moron. Okay, he's a moron, and I'll tell him that if he calls. He's a moron.
Yeah. Well, I got a feeling that he's getting ready for the January 7th, maybe.
All I'm saying is that, like, for instance, hey, you don't have to like Liz Cheney, but the only reason you don't like her is because she's against Trump. Otherwise, she's more conservative than you are.
Well, I don't like her because she's against Trump. I liked her father. I thought he was a good leader.
He was against Trump.
Yeah, I know. That's why Trump and him don't get along. But while he was vice president, I was.
I say, as soon as he didn't go along with your moronic presidential choice.
Yeah, well, things change. I mean,
As he aged, he became more and more obsessive and crazy.
Is that Cheney or Trump?
Trump.
Yeah. Well, I think. Have you watched him at his rallies lately?
Yes.
He seems to still have his personality.
That's a personality?
Yeah.
No, it's not. No, it's
not
not.
only is he entertaining, but
What?
Yeah, I think he's very entertaining.
Oh boy, oh God.
And I'm kind of hoping he will run again. It's said that 49% of Republicans support Trump. 24% support DeSantis, and
I heard quite the opposite, Phil. I saw another poll that said that Trump was down around 40%, 39%, and DeSantis was in the 50s.
I don't know where you saw that. Of course, I saw mine on Fox.
You got yours on Fox, but the fact is that but polls this early don't mean a goddamn thing,
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if he's going to run. You've got...
And the majority of Democrats don't want Biden to run again.
No. Even, what's his name, Newsom. He showed up at the White House, was it today?
Mm-hmm.
And Biden wasn't there. He was
He was measuring the drapes.
Measuring for the drapes. He was checking out the office. I think he wants to change the color scheme, too, from red, white, and blue to something else.
I don't think it is red, white, and blue, is it?
The flag.
Oh, the flag.
Yeah. No, the Oval Office, it's a beautiful room. Many of those rooms are.
It's not a beautiful room. It's an intimidating room. The story on that if you want to make a deal, you just bring somebody into the Oval Office and he'll fall to his knees because he's in the Oval Office,
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it has a very similar sofa to your sofa.
Well, actually, we just got rid of our sofa today.
Okay, you're going to need a new picture.
Well, yeah, I'm going to take a new picture after we get the new sofa in. We have a new rug. The sofa comes on Saturday. The super for $300. His guys hauled away the old sofa.
You had to pay somebody to haul away the old sofa. The new sofa people wouldn't take it.
No. Oh no.
All you had to do was break it up and throw it in the in the garbage chute.
Yeah, sure. This is a huge couch.
Yeah.
Well, so I don't mind paying the guys in this building money to do stuff like that, because they do a good job for us and they're nice, So.
How is we haven't heard about your lease and your rental saga? Is everything going according to Hoyle?
Well, if I could go over there and go look for it, we now have the lease.
Congratulations.
We have the lease, but we don't know for how long. I mean, we don't know if they're going to appeal this. So far, I haven't gotten any word that they're appealing it, and I think they had to appeal it by now. Otherwise, they can't appeal it. So,
well, and maybe they've spent enough. They're happy enough having you
they
in there.
probably figure those two old farts won't last that long.
That had crossed my mind.
They got about 5 years left. Okay, we can wait them out. We've waited this long. All right.
Yeah. Well, what has it been? 8 years? 10 years
Yeah.
of fighting?
Yeah. Sure has.
I'm glad you got it.
Yeah. But we do have it now.
Yeah.
We have the now. If it goes into appeal, then we got another problem we got to deal with there. But,
and it's going to cost.
It's not going to cost us because we're not defending ourselves, but we got to go in there and have the lawyer state our rights, okay,
Yeah.
and what we need and what it should be. So I don't know. We'll wait till we get to that bridge and cross it, because I think if that happens, it's going to benefit the guy who had this apartment more than it's even going to benefit us. And I think he should pay some of my lawyer's fees.
Yeah, well, especially since you gave him
Because he's
75.
going to benefit from anything my lawyer does, and his lawyer is not a landlord-tenant lawyer, and would not be as good in this appeal as our guy would be.
What do you have, a sports lawyer?
No, he just had some kind of lawyer from Brooklyn,
Yeah. Well,
but I mean, a nice guy, but not a very, I don't think, good lawyer, and doesn't know this kind of law. And so our lawyer's going to have to jump in there and, give people some information as to what's right and what's wrong.
That's at $5.50 an hour.
Yeah,
As he gives the-
$5.50 an
Oh,
hour.
550. Yeah.
I told you about the lawyer I had, where I had called him once to wish him a happy birthday, and I got a bill
Got
for
billed?
it.
I was getting billed by my divorce attorney. Every time he went on vacation, he sent a letter out to let me know that he was on vacation. And I'd get a bill for it. And finally I told him, I said, I don't care when you're on vacation. Don't send me anything. It was, so we get in and we're doing the negotiations with the two attorneys, my ex-wife and myself. And they start talking about golf. And I said, hey, enough with the golf. Let's get down to this and get it done. And
Did you ask him if that was going to go on the bill?
no, I stopped them. I stopped them cold, karate chop, price slasher, And,
Well, I created the only computer program I ever wrote was a short, small one in the early days of the internet and of the computers, and I did it because I knew how to do this simple program. What I did is I created a program that whenever somebody called him, all he had to do was click on it, and the wheels would start going and telling him how much money he was making. First he put in the amount, that he was charging, and then he would start it, and then and I called it the lawyer-o-matic, I think I called it something.
I think that's a great idea.
And I sent it to him, and he didn't think it was funny.
Yeah, well, they have those things for chess players where one guy hits the button and it starts keeping time of how long he's moving his piece, and then he stops, and once he moves his piece, he hits it again, and the next guy hits the other one, and it keeps track of their cumulative time.
Yeah. But anyway, that's what's happening with our lawyers.
So I need to ask you.
Yeah.
I think they said start doing this prep 12 hours prior to the procedure. The procedure's at 2 p.m. tomorrow. I guess I didn't have enough pull to get it in the morning. And so what do I have to, when should I start this thing?
You should have started it this evening.
Well, it's only 7:30.
Well,
here.
but it says what they said to you was started 12 hours before the procedure, and that would mean you'd have to do it at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, so I'm going to start when I get done with you.
Yeah, well, do it, and that'll clear you out. You'll probably be able to go to sleep. And what usually they do is they always make me take this stuff, then I poop my brains out.
Yeah.
I didn't say shit because I don't want to get demonetized. And I poop my brains out,
Yeah.
and that's cool, And then I get up the next morning and I do another bunch of it, and I poop not my brains out, just my liver. And
And kidneys.
and that cleans me out. And then I go in and he does the thing, and afterwards he says to me something like, "You were very clean. You really cleaned yourself out well." And I go, I kind of feel good about that. I don't know why I feel good about that, but I feel good about that.
I haven't eaten solid food since yesterday. Maybe around 5 or 6 o'clock. I stopped eating solid food, and I've just been pounding water and regular tea and Jello. Ooh,
Oh, by the
Jell-O.
way, while we're here, so everybody can have one a look at it, this is the old couch.
Right.
It's not there anymore because this is a still, but that's the old couch.
You should have put it on Craigslist.
Huh?
You should have put it on Craigslist. Then somebody come, they take it away, and they'll give you money.
It was shabby, as you can see. See that little piece of cloth there?
Yeah.
See
The
it
blanket?
right there? Yeah, that. Right? That's to cover the fact that the thing is all ripped
Oh.
because it was just getting old. The thing, you know how old that couch is? Something like 25 years old.
Yeah, except sofas like that have coil springs and down cushions and
Well, the cushions were dead. They had to be. We were told by
Restuffed.
somebody that if they redid it, they'd have to also put in new cushions and everything. And Marjorie felt as long as we were going to do that and spend $5,000 to do that,
Yeah.
2,900, I think she was able to get a brand new couch just like it,
Oh, so it's the same shape?
same shape, same configuration.
Yeah, it's a nice configuration in that apartment.
Yeah, yeah. So it's going to be our new couch. So
Yeah.
we're happy.
You ever sit on it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sure. I mean, but it kind of makes me feel skeezy doing it because it's getting ripped. It's old. It's falling.
Yeah.
It's falling apart. The edges are falling apart. So.
I remember the couch you had in Sausalito. I spent a week on it, and it was comfortable.
I can't even remember it.
Yeah, it was very comfortable.
Wasn't that a bed as well? Didn't it make a?
I don't
into a
think so.
bed?
I just slept on the cushions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you remember when they wouldn't let us leave Sausalito, and there was these floods.
No, they wouldn't let you.
Landslide.
They wouldn't let you leave Sausalito. They didn't.
Well, they
mind
wouldn't
me,
let anybody
They didn't mind me going.
Oh no, you couldn't go through the tunnel.
I know. I'm kidding, Phil.
Yeah, and nobody in, nobody out. It was like martial law, and so they evacuated my apartment, which was just below the Altamira Hotel. And they were afraid that the hotel was going to slide on top of my building.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why you had me stay at your place.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And we walked around. We had a good time.
Did we?
Yeah, actually, you did the show from the kitchen table.
That I remember. Yeah.
And we walked over and did a call from the 7-Eleven payphone, and we said we were looking for girls. And so we left there, walked down the street, and you called in.
Oh, okay. I did. Okay. All right.
So, is it time for the priority group?
No, not yet.
No?
Not
Okay.
yet. So, let's see here. What is happening in the news?
I've been ignoring it lately. Biden is in Saudi Arabia and Israel, and people are saying that the Iran negotiations have fallen apart, partially because Israel and the Saudis aren't very happy about letting the Iranians have a pathway to an atomic bomb. Or
Well,
some
so
sort of-
you deal with them, you talk to them, you try to negotiate.
Do you think they're going to negotiate?
Yeah, I think so. They did once before. It was Trump that ruined all that.
Yeah. Well, their deal that they got from Obama was such a good deal for them and such a bad deal for the rest of the
It
world.
was a good deal for the rest of the world as well, because it assured us some kind of a country not having, the same.
for 10 years.
Yeah, but that's better than nothing.
Well, no.
Instead, Trump
no,
just
nothing
blew,
would be better than 10.
Trump just blew the whole deal, and they said "fuck you," and they started making their nuclear devices again, enriching uranium.
Yeah, they said they were at what, 20%?
I don't know. I don't know what they're at, but all I'm saying is that we wouldn't be in this problem right now if Trump hadn't created the problem.
Well, the interesting thing that I heard today was there was a commercial where this woman, in a very calm voice, was saying, if there's a nuclear event, nuclear event, that don't go outside, take a shower, remove your clothes, put them in a plastic bag.
Isn't that the same advice we got for COVID?
Yeah, and it was also it was, and as you know, and they said, well, you don't want the nuclear dust to fall on you, so don't go outside. Didn't they also realize that if there's a nuclear bomb, that everybody's going to melt?
Yeah, it's Remember all that stuff we did in school?
Yeah, under the desk.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I was more flexible in those years.
With your hand on the back of your neck, I think it was.
Yeah, well,
that was kind of like the advice they used to give you for earthquakes. Remember that advice?
Yeah, stand in the doorway.
Stand in the doorway. One time there was an earthquake in San Francisco. They found a guy dead in his doorway.
He probably had a heart attack.
Yeah, I mean, that was the worst piece of advice you could give anybody, from what I was told.
Well, if there's a other natural disasters, hurricane, what do they tell you to do? Get in the bathtub.
Right. God, I can't believe how good looking this camera is. It's really good, isn't it?
Well, it's just a little wasted on you.
What do you mean it's wasted on me?
Well,
I'm also using the fuzzy thing that you can do with Zoom. That it makes you look slightly better.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because it's soft. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little soft.
Yeah.
So, hey, let's see what else is going on. I was watching. I got a Facebook message, not personally to me. It was a posting from Brian Neary, and he sounded very angry. He said, "Hey, nobody gave me nothing. I'm self-made. I started working when I was 6 years old, and and he started reiterating all his jobs. I don't understand.
Well, here you can talk to him.
Yeah, I'm just wondering why he was angry about that post today. Oh, there he is. Hey, do you have COVID, Brian?
Yes.
I think you do.
How could you tell?
Well, when you spent a week with your daughter to stay away from your wife with the COVID, and then your daughter ends up with COVID, I assume that
it was only a matter of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no!
On Monday's show, I was waiting for the results, but they didn't come till a couple hours after.
Well, I had a test on Monday because I'm getting a procedure tomorrow. And I was very surprised because my nose was running the day or two before. I was coughing a little bit, and I was negative. So, maybe they used somebody else's test.
These symptoms are cough and sore throat. That's everything that I've been seeing. So,
yeah. Well, that's what I've heard is the common.
Oh, hello.
No. There's Typhoid Mary.
That means that you started the COVID here.
Hi, how are you? Good to see you.
I always love I always love Phil's medical moment. You'll get absolutely no information. At least from me.
By the way, let me tell Tiffany
Wait a minute,
something.
let
I
me
want to say
finish
something to
this,
Tiffany before she leaves the room.
Oh, sorry.
My wife gave it to me, so don't feel bad.
But I think she gave it to our other daughter Stephanie, and Stephanie gave it to Adrian. And then since I was sleeping with Adrian, or since I was in the same room with Adrian overnight, then I think that happened. Then I got it from her.
Yeah.
Now, is Tiffany worried about getting reinfected?
No,
Why?
but this is the closest we've been like. All
Yeah,
week.
we always stay away.
Yeah. Whoops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
yeah,
anyway.
okay.
Thanks,
can I go back?
thanks for giving it to him because he's been so snotty about the fact that he wasn't getting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alex was too, and then we both got the right.
And I got it.
Go ahead, Alan, because I've got something to say about you. So
That's okay. Go
Have
ahead.
your way.
So yeah, Phil's medical moment. He gets on and says, "This is Phil's medical moment. I got a colonoscopy coming up, and I want to take this stuff that you had, Alex."
Yeah.
Everybody on the show is thinking he must be talking about magnesium citrate.
Magnesium
Laxative.
citrate. Yes.
Right, which I know you know, Alex. But Phil didn't know. He had no clue. He could have been drinking horse piss. When he went to medical school before he became a carpet layer, they showed him how to trim a nail, a fingernail, and he said, that's too much. I can't remember that.
Right.
Yeah.
Became
Well,
a carpet layer.
I've been busting Alan's hump all week. Now,
That sounds bad.
on Facebook, his mother's profile comes up and says, "Do you want to friend this person?" So I told Alan, I said, your mother's not bad looking. How would you like to be my stepson? And so I've been busting his chops all week.
How old's your mother, Alan?
Older than you. She's 88.
Oh, really? Okay, she's too old for me then.
Yeah, she's healthy and she's
Because
got money.
I would just love to have you call me Dad.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Well, he can actually. You can't be my. We're too close in age. You would have been 5, but Alex is 20 years older than me. So
Hey, it doesn't matter. Your mother and I will just, go out and.
my mother has class and taste. 2 things you don't have.
Can we change the subject, please?
Brian's
All right.
getting grossed
I'd
out.
rather talk about Trump.
You
I'm enjoying it.
don't like to hear about our dating habits?
Yeah.
Not with you
And
and Phil's.
you made an interesting comment, Alex, here about earthquakes. You said the worst piece of advice that you ever heard was standing in a doorway. Now, I think the worst piece of advice that we've ever heard is vote for Trump.
Well, it worked on you in the last election.
Yeah, you did vote for Trump, didn't you, you
Yeah.
skeezy bastard?
Usually when I vote for somebody, they lose. I was trying to jinx them, and it worked.
I can call him
He had
I
a-
can call him a skeezy bastard because this isn't Monday.
Yeah. He had a moment that he was lucid, and that's when he voted for Trump.
I love Lucid.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do I. That's a good feeling. So, yeah, no, I usually, whoever I vote for loses, and it worked in this case.
So you think I look better without a hat?
I think you look fine either way.
Either
The
way.
hat is usually like this on you anyhow. It's wrinkled,
It's
And
not
for somebody that
wrinkled.
wears hats all the time,
It's not
Brian's
wrinkled.
hat is nice.
Don't you, when you first get a new hat like that, take the bill and kind of crush it to kind of give it a
Yeah.
look. Here, that's what
I
I do.
hear-
I don't
Never
look
mind.
good in the ball cap.
There we go.
I like that. I like that look. You look very distinguished, Jeff.
Yeah, it actually does.
Yeah, and we could hear you better if you unmuted yourself.
But if Jeff, there.
How's that?
Oh, here comes.
Good.
Oh, we spoke.
That's my daughter's.
We spoke his name earlier, and guess who's coming? Here we go.
Oh, Mr. T.
Uh-oh.
Mr. T, I pity the fool.
Hi, Tony.
He likes it
Hi,
when a
Tony.
plant
Oh
comes.
wait, I want to get back to Brian in a second. Brian, did you say something nasty about Phil? Did you write?
No,
him
no,
something?
he didn't. He posted.
Oh no. I had
Life was-
I just had a a post because it's a frustrating thing with teenagers and them playing so many hours of games, and so I can reflect back to when I was his age, knowing that I had worked already 3 jobs in my life. So thinking about that stuff, I'm like, you know what, how do you get all this stuff? And I got all this stuff by hard work when I was very young. So, I just posted that I had worked these jobs and these jobs and these jobs, and I worked A&P Mini Mart for my junior and senior summer. My junior senior summer, I had 2 jobs. I worked 7 days a week, and I worked at Special Physics during the week, and A&P Mini Mart on the weekends, and I worked at HP on.
And this is how you put yourself through school.
Yeah, what's how I put myself, how I survived, because my stepfather was with his girlfriends all the time, and I had no money. How am I going to drive and all that stuff? So, yeah. So anyways, I just put that, and I just told my son today, he wants to play games, and I said, I want you to give me current state and where you're going to be next summer and the following summer after you graduate, and then 5 years from there. And he just wrote down some garbage stuff, and it's just like, where's your future? And he has so much opportunity. That's why, as parents, we get all this stuff also, right? So our kids are that much more forward.
Well, especially now that you do have kids, which you didn't have for so long, and when you could be a selfish bastard all about yourself, you now do care about their future. You do care what's going to happen with them, and you want them to have a plan. On the other hand, okay, here's what I think is so wrong about our society. Kid goes to high school. He gets out of high school, and then he immediately goes into college, and he's supposed to figure out what he's going to study for. Now, what kid at 18 really knows what he wants to be? I knew what I wanted to do.
Yeah, I know what I want.
You wanted to lay carpet, right, Phil?
No, not necessarily. It was in my genes, but I think that they should reinstate the draft. That military.
Jesus, Phil, go fuck yourself.
No. I think the military does a lot.
Yeah,
to,
the draft really helped this country a great deal during the Vietnam War.
Well, maybe not during Vietnam, but even in
tore it
peacetime,
to shreds. Phil,
kids don't have discipline anymore.
Oh, I see.
They don't have a trade.
And then you voted for a guy who doesn't have any?
Military time.
Discipline.
Of course he did. He went to a military academy.
Oh, yeah, no, he was forced to go to a military academy by his father because he was too difficult a child.
Hey, I went to West Point. I walked right across. I looked over at the cannons, and I got back in my car and left. But
Get out.
I also went to Oxford. I walked across the campus.
Yeah.
I played basketball at Stanford.
Yeah.
Outside in the courts, we used to run ball over there.
Hey,
but my point is, 10 hours of games, how much of that time can I beg for to learn something, So it's just a frustrating point as a parent right now. So
well, but it's very difficult. I think it's a very hard thing to do to kids, to tell them at that young age, well, pick out what you want to do for the rest of your life. We find out that most kids who go to school for stuff, by the time they get out of school and by the time 10 years have passed, they're an entirely different profession. So maybe they shouldn't go to school until maybe they're 22, 23, and they have some idea what they want to do with their lives.
Or we can kick them out of the house at age 16 when they can drive, and then they really figure out what they're going to do pretty quick.
Yeah, I always knew what I wanted to do. Okay, not necessarily radio, but entertaining. And so I knew what I wanted to do. But I was very rare. I didn't know any other kids that really knew exactly what they wanted to do.
My friend Barry, who just got in the Country Music Hall of Fame last week, he wanted to be in radio. I've known him since I'm 4 years old, and he was 6. And even at 6 years old, radio was all he dreamed of. Every day he would copy down the survey at WMCA. He kept track of all the statistics, and that was his dream. And here it is. He's almost 70, and now he was.
When I was 3 years old, my mother told me that we would take rides, like up Telegraph Hill on buses. And while we were on the buses, I would pull out a salt shaker I'd taken from home and start talking into it.
And I thought Tony was the only one that was stealing the silverware.
I was in the shopping cart.
You know, when he was over at your house for that party, did you check your silverware, Alex?
No.
He's coming to your house, Phil. You better check yours.
Look,
I got plastic.
two very similar backgrounds there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Hey,
that's I like it.
oh, you're in the Hall of Mirrors there, Phil.
Yeah.
Raising my
Hello,
house.
Ray. How are you?
Good, how you doing?
So anyway, I saw a thing this weekend. They're running on HBO Max called Anarchists.
What is
And it's a documentary. It seems as though every year they have an anarchist convention in Acapulco. It's called Acapulco. And it's a whole bunch of people who believe in being anarchists. And it reminded me really that I've always considered myself an anarchist. And what they said was, the trouble is that people don't understand what an anarchist is. That they apply it to certain people who go and hold demonstrations and things like that. I think you've talked about the people in Portland as having been anarchists. But those aren't anarchists. Those are just people making trouble. Anarchists have a philosophy in life, and they believe they don't believe. For instance, anarchists don't believe in income tax because they feel it's a form of theft.
Do they believe in stop signs?
No.
Well,
think so.
if you're a true, here's my feeling about it. If you're a true anarchist, no, you don't believe in stop signs or stop lights.
Yep, light.
You believe in letting somebody go before you, or they let you go before them, and that in a society without rules, you have people who have to somehow understand what the proper rules are. But when
Not in California.
but when you set up a bunch of rules for people to go by, you're then telling them, well, this is what you have to do, and so that anarchy is really a kind of discipline that you have to do what's right. It's not you do what's wrong. So I've always been kind of an anarchist, and if you listen to my opinions on things, they're usually very anarchistic in their concepts, And one thing they brought up was that they felt that the income tax was a form of robbery, because it really is. It's people taking money from you, the government taking money from you, and if you don't give it to them, by the way, there are heavy penalties. Really, I mean, if they want their taxes, it probably should they should get it from the corporations. To be honest with you, because I heard something like 10% of the national income is from the private sector.
It used to be a lot higher.
Well, you know where a lot of the income comes from? It comes from employee taxes that the corporation, in many cases, match, as well as
They should pay all of it. They should pay
Okay.
all of it. They're benefiting the most from this country anyway.
I don't know about that.
Oh, yes, they are. Come on, Phil.
What are you, Robin Hood?
No, absolutely. In this case, absolutely. We didn't have a personal income tax until 1920s.
And was that Coolidge or
No, it was. It caused it. What caused it to happen?
Was it the Depression?
No, it was Prohibition. Because we got
they
a lot
weren't
of
getting-
taxes. We got the majority of taxes that the government got in America. What are you talking to yourself for, Alan?
I think he's on the phone. Mute, Alan.
I'm sorry.
What was it I was saying?
You were talking about
yeah,
Prohibition.
Yeah,
and the
Prohibition. Prior to Prohibition, the major amount of money in this country that this government made was from alcohol tax. And when they illegalized alcohol, They needed somewhere else to get taxes from, so guess who they came to? But prior to that, we didn't have any taxes for individuals, you know, and why should we now?
I muted the wrong thing. I muted the sound, not my microphone. God, am I getting old? Sorry.
It's okay.
That's okay, son.
All right, Dad.
Who's your daddy?
It's nice to have a dad that actually works to make some money. I want my allowance.
Who's your daddy? Who's your
I
daddy?
want my allowance.
Well, I did try to get some kind of conversation going here.
Not around here.
Huh?
Son.
But anyway, I mean, I just think that we got to do away with income tax to begin with. That'd be a good start because it is a form of robbery.
Then how do you pay for like the police and the military and?
We charge companies more. We do more taxes
But
on
you
the
see,
on
the
the corporations.
the consumer ends up paying for
But
it anyway.
because we're only paying for about 10 to 15% of the income this government gets from taxes. Wait a minute, let me finish.
Yeah.
You know, it's not going to be much much pressure you're going to have to put on companies, and companies do make the money in this country. They're the
I think,
beneficiaries.
Think about this. Let's say I'm selling carpet and my freight rate goes up. I charge more for the yard of carpet because I have a higher freight
You're
rate.
talking about you.
Who pays for that yard of carpet? The consumer. So if you have the corporations pay more taxes, who is going to pay ultimately for the
You know the problem we have in this.
People that use that
You know
product.
the problem we have in this country, Phil.
Yeah.
Why should anybody be worth $220 billion? Because they worked really hard?
Smart.
Because they
Yeah.
worked really no they
That's-
I can tell you that when I was working, I worked as hard as Elon Musk, and I would say a guy working at 7-Eleven works harder than Elon Musk.
It doesn't matter. It's knowing that the chance of you doing that, even though it's slim, it's the opportunity that you
it's
can
bullshit.
do this.
You're drinking the Kool-Aid, Phil.
You can't do it in Russia. You can't do it in China.
I'm not asking you to do it in Russia. I'm just saying that why should anybody have $220 million?
You know, he's going to end
Billion,
up eventually.
rather. Huh?
Billion. You know, he's going to buy. Well, he's not buying.
Oh, he's
Twitter
going to buy
anymore.
more candy? What? He's going to buy more steaks?
Well, you know, the
No,
guy
he's not. He's
took
not
a
going to buy
chance.
more of anything. He's just going to hoard all that money.
He got $120 million when he sold PayPal, and he, with his mind and his vision, he was able to parlay that.
Is that all he got was 120 million?
Yeah.
Maybe billion.
No. PayPal. When he sold it, he got $120 million.
I think you're wrong, Phil.
I think eBay.
Well, why don't you look it up? How much did Elon Musk get from PayPal?
How much did
eBay owns
Elon Musk?
They must have sold it.
Oops, wait a minute.
Don't you think, Phil, that maybe there should be like something, a middle of the road solution? Like if somebody has $220 billion, they're not getting taxed much. There's a lot of money there that could help.
All you need to do
Are
is
you
get-
sure he's not getting taxed much?
What about churches?
He is. I mean, there's a hell of a lot of money there that he cannot do anything
He
with.
made about 180 million.
180, close enough.
Yeah, I knew it was.
Oh, wait a minute,
but
wait a minute,
he
wait a
got
minute.
green stamps too.
Here's what happened. eBay purchased PayPal for $1.5 billion.
Right, but he wasn't the only partner.
Right. As a majority shareholder in the company with 11.72% of the shares, Musk made between $175 and $180 million from the deal.
All right.
But his
Chump
net,
changed to a carpet dealer, right?
but his net,
Gotta be $8,000.
his net worth. Let me see here. Doesn't say here. Oh well, it said net worth, and then it didn't show me.
You got to remember that was a snippet of information I remembered from like 10, 15 years ago. So I thought it was 120. It's 100.
Partly up to what he's got now.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you got to give the guy credit.
He made $37 billion in a single day when the price of Tesla stock soared to 13%.
Yep.
Well, he didn't steal it from anybody. You know, he made it legitimately.
You know who
The guy
doesn't?
that-
You know who doesn't
guy-
disagree with me, Phil?
Who's that?
Warren Buffett.
Well, Warren Buffett, you know, I listen to Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger. I love to listen to their wisdom, and I watch them on YouTube.
Yeah, that's really going to help you sell carpet. Go ahead.
No, it does. It helps you with ethics and
Oh, really? And then you
Oh,
vote.
yeah.
Then you vote for a guy like Trump who has none.
he had plenty of ethics.
Really? Did he really? Name an ethic he had.
Well,
He paid his hookers.
Yeah,
He didn't
they all
pay-
got
He
paid.
didn't pay his taxes like you know, like you know.
See, thank you, Brian.
He paid off his hookers. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, what about churches? What about churches? Right, they're mostly exempt for taxes also.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, yeah. There's a good example of tax exemption.
Yeah.
I mean, and how much are some of these churches worth?
Well, you know, some of these churches do a lot for people all over the world.
Oh, yeah. You know something?
Services.
There isn't a single religion in the world that did anything for anybody except take money from them.
Now, how much
I
is
had a-
hosting worth?
All religions are nothing but a financial hustle.
Whenever there's a disaster, the Catholic Church services are the first on the scene helping people.
Oh, that's really nice. But how
Like
much?
helping,
Anywhere in
like
the world.
helping move priests around when they molest little
Yeah.
boys.
Yeah.
that's
My mother never trusted the Catholic Church.
Ray's got his hand
Yeah, how
up.
many? Yes, Ray. Ray, turn on your mic.
Bill
It is.
Vincent's show.
Thanks,
It's just not loud.
Joel Esteen's net worth $100 million.
Who?
Oh, that's
Joel
that
Osteen.
guy on every Sunday.
Oh. Joel Osteen?
Osteen.
Yeah. $100 million.
Are you there, Ray?
I don't know what's wrong with
Oh,
my
there
mic.
we
It's
go,
fine
Ray.
now.
You're fine now.
Fine now.
Okay. Yeah. So I just wanted to say Musk pay his tax bill for 2022 is 11 billion, and Tesla pays 0 tax.
That's because it's a corporation.
I'm just
they-
saying, of all that net worth, 11 billion, and that's the most he's ever paid. Before that, he paid an average of 3% a year.
He paid more than Trump ever paid.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely.
I mean, he's not paying much tax.
No,
at
but
all.
he's
Yeah,
still
IRS is
listen.
like-
He,
He paid 11 billion. He made like 150 billion.
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
He's not making much tax.
what amount of taxes is Gates paying and Buffett and so on? I would
He's
say
probably
he
not paying-
probably is giving them every penny they can get. The government can get legally.
Well, it's all in their foundation. So he's got control over the foundation, and
What do
now
you
he's
mean?
not
We're talking
paying.
about his personal income, Phil.
I
We're
know,
talking
but
about his
all
personal
Gates-
income tax.
Most of Gates's money is in the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation,
Yeah, yeah.
and now I don't know how that's going to work out. Now that he's one of Epstein's friends.
He used to give to Republicans all the time.
Epstein doesn't have any friends, Phil. He's dead.
That's
Oh,
right.
he got murdered, I think.
How,
mean, the
how long is
chances-
it going to be? I'm sorry, Ray.
Of anyone becoming that rich or worse than winning the lottery. So why do you side with these people? I mean,
I'm not siding. I'm just saying that he
you're
didn't do
saying
anything
that we
wrong.
all should be able to. It's good because we all might be able to do that. Well, no, we
Well,
won't.
it's the American dream that someday you can succeed. Now,
Okay,
maybe
well-
he succeeded to excess, but if you look at Vanderbilt and you look at these barons from the last century, you got Crocker, you got Vanderbilt, you had Stanford, you had all of these people that made obscene amounts of money in those years, and there wasn't tax,
Right.
and they were allowed to do it, and so
But does that make it right?
it doesn't make it wrong though.
Well, I'm not
Really?
saying right or wrong. I'm just saying for the betterment of our society as a whole, what is the good of these people having that much money?
Well, that money is in the bank. It gets loaned out, and people are able
How are you
to.
sure
to
it's
buy
gets?
homes.
You're attributing to that money facts you don't have at hand.
Well, what do you think? He keeps it in his mattress?
I would say he probably, he's certainly doing more with it than a lot of other people. But I'm saying that you look at who's that guy down in the South Bay? What's his name? Who owns?
Larry Ellison.
Larry Ellison's one of the
yeah,
biggest
Oracle.
assholes in America. Okay,
Yeah.
and he
Alan
ha-
and I have a friend that works for
and
him.
he hasn't given away his money to anybody, or if he
Yeah.
has, it's very little. Okay, you know another guy who was cheap that way, Steve Jobs. He didn't mind being
Yeah.
a billionaire. He minded giving any of it away.
Yeah, I was listening to a thing. Steve Wozniak was at a Apple store, and
He's working behind the Genius Bar now.
Yeah,
I would
he said to one of the people working there that didn't recognize him, and he said, "I want you to give this guy my employee discount." And the guy says, "Well, what's your employee number?" He says, "1."
One.
And he says, "What?" He says, "1." So,
And what was his employee discount?
well, I don't know. The guy
Oh.
was getting a computer, and Wozniak wanted him to get it. So maybe, who knows what they give him off? Probably at Apple, it wasn't much.
One.
Yeah, that's my employee number, 1.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is that I mean, you seem to act like, oh, all these billionaires, they do really nice things with their money. Some don't do
Some do.
shit with their money. They
Some
do.
They buy.
Bill and Melinda Gates does good with their money. Warren Buffett does good with his money.
Well, you know why? You know why Bill and Melinda Gates do good with their money? Because they met up with Warren Buffett, who told them how to be good with your money.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, they
Absolutely.
would. Bill Gates had no idea that he should be spending his money on things. that are
Bill
good.
Gates was hated, and he needed to find a way to not be so hated, and this is what he did.
No, maybe he found a way to be decent.
Yeah, but
Anyway,
do you remember how hated he was?
Of
Everybody
course,
hated
of
Bill
course.
Gates.
What's the guy's name that owns Salesforce in San Francisco? He's a-
Yeah.
Soupy Sales.
What's his name?
Soupy Sales.
No. Yeah,
He's done very well. He's giving away a lot of money too.
yeah. The Children's Hospital is
Yep.
in
Bill and
Oakland.
Melinda Gates fund tuberculosis for our company. So when we were young, Bill and Melinda Gates, we did testing for
So how many people
for
got?
Africa.
So they do stuff. So how many people got tuberculosis in your company?
in Africa.
Oh,
Yeah.
in
So
Africa.
what they did was we went and we built the test for them, and then we can use that to sell to other companies for our price, but we give them a huge discount for Africa. So we have people in vans now. They used to be on motorcycles, but now they're in vans that go from tribe to
Well,
tribe.
one day, Bill
hard
Gates
time.
woke up and became a decent human being, and that
Afraid of being assassinated, I think.
is good. But on the other hand,
The day may come that Elon Musk will do this, but who knows what he's going to use
Elon
his
Musk
money
is
for.
already doing it. He is contributing to this society by number one, creating a car that doesn't pollute the air, and secondly, he is that whole space program of his may start saving this civilization by moving it somewhere else. Okay, the guy is doing great stuff with his money, and there is philanthropy there too. But most of it is into these businesses that he's turning into things that are going to help people and help this planet survive, or maybe not survive here, but survive somewhere else.
I don't know where the guy wakes up in the morning.
What were we
and
going to
thinks
say,
about it.
Alan?
Sorry, Phil. The founder and CEO of Salesforce is Mark Benioff. There's
Yeah.
a children's hospital in the Bay Area named after him. He's giving his money away and he's a young guy.
Well, you got to
He's not
remember.
like-
You got to remember that there was this company. I'm trying to remember the name of the people who owned the company that put out OxyContin.
Oh,
Pepper.
Johnson or something like that.
No,
or-
it started with an S, I think.
What was the name of the company?
They're out of business.
Oh, you're talking about Purdue that put out
Purdue,
OxyContin.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the people who
Purdue's still in business.
the
They're a
peop-
pharmaceutical
people
company.
who own Purdue had their
Oh, yeah.
names on more museums and hospitals and everything in this country.
Sure.
But nobody will take their money anymore because they don't
Okay.
want any of that drug money. That's drug money, legal drug money, but it's drug money nonetheless. Caused an
not,
epidemic in this country of addiction you couldn't believe.
Did you get the Pfizer or Moderna shot, Alex? I got the Pfizer. Pfizer is one of the largest pharmaceutical companies in the world. You got pills that it probably helped save you from getting COVID bad, made by Pfizer. I have no problem with Pfizer pushing their pills.
Yeah, on
and
the
making
other hand, there's
profit.
nothing wrong with Moderna either. They're a new company. They're a new company.
Well, Viagra.
What?
Viagra, Pfizer,
Viagra is
isn't
a
it?
Pfizer drug too. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Save the world.
You know, but and it didn't save my life. I took it and it saved me from having to get slightly worse than I might have
I didn't
been.
say it saved your life.
Was that
I said
Viagra?
It probably saved you from getting a bad case.
Well, not even that. I think I probably wouldn't have gotten a bad case, but we didn't want to take the chance.
Right, you had no idea. So
I shall
the
return.
smart move was to take the pills.
And by the way, it's interesting that if people really today, it's good to be vaccinated, and you should be, but if you aren't, this is the second line of defense for you.
Oh, did Fox blow that out of proportion? They had Dr. Fauci on TV today, and they said Fauci admitted that the vaccines are not doing any good. No, what Fauci admitted, and if you listen to your own interview, is Fauci admitted that the vaccines are not doing much good against mild symptoms, but they are protecting people from hospitalization and death for the most part, which is exactly what a vaccine is supposed to do. Any vaccine.
Yeah, but
You know, it's not-
these pills,
They're a game changer. Absolutely.
absolute game.
You don't even need to be vaccinated. You can get pills.
And you can take it more than once, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You got to be careful with your kidneys and liver, I think.
Well, no,
And it sounds like your doctor did the right
he
thing.
gave me there are two doses.
Right.
There's one that's called renal and one that isn't.
Right.
And the renal one is only 2 pills as opposed to 3 a day, or 3 or 6 a day. And
It's not as much chemical, right?
it doesn't have that thing in it that goes to your kidneys.
Right.
Okay.
Good.
And since I have mild kidney dysfunction, he didn't think it was good for me, and he didn't feel it was good for Marjorie.
Smart choice. Smart choice. Sounds like you got a good doctor.
Yeah. So, you know. By the way, did you say that all of a sudden these pills, the Paxlovid, which is another Jerry Lewis drug, Paxlovid, is now pharmacists can just prescribe it?
Yeah, the FDA last week, we were talking about it on the show. Wednesday or Thursday, the FDA said pharmacists now, if you test positive at the pharmacy, they don't need to get a doctor involved. That if they're a licensed pharmacist in the country, that they can prescribe the pills.
Good.
Hey, you guys may be vaccinated, but I'm going to be evacuated.
Oh, he's got.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, with any luck, you'll plug up.
You have your colonoscopy coming?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Am I
Did
sounding-
you
Now your mic is
Your
low.
drink?
Your mic
Low?
is low now.
I don't know what is wrong with this. I have the same soundboard you have, and I don't know why the gain is so screwed up.
You have the same soundboard I have?
Yeah,
What kind of soundboard?
the Pro FX.
Radio Shack.
Yeah, that's mine. Yeah.
Yeah, because you showed it. I don't know what the hell's wrong.
Now you're sounding good.
Yeah.
Zoom. I turned the original sound on and off, and back off, and now it works okay, I guess.
Maybe your pot is dirty.
My pod.
Pot.
Yeah,
Potentiometer.
potentiometer.
Oops.
Oh, what's that?
That's the thing that you turn on and off or up and down.
Oh,
Yes. It's like a
There's
big,
there's
like a
cleaners that
resistor.
there's cleaners that you can use
oh,
to.
that's probably what it is. It's
Actually,
probably-
you know, on a bass guitar, on an electric guitar, the little things that adjust are potentiometers, and they recommend you play around with them a little bit and keep them clean.
That's why we call them in the radio, why we call them pots.
Oh.
Short for potentiometer.
You know,
That's right.
how do you get it clean underneath the crack there? That's
You
what-
got to open it up and you
for
spray
that,
down.
for that you have to use a bidet.
Yeah, no.
I knew
There's
that was coming.
Alan. What's the spray called that you use to clean
What kind of a talk program is this?
Electronic contact spray.
What's
I don't know.
happening?
Yeah, that's what it is. But
This is all
It's a spray.
fascinating. This is all fascinating for people.
just remember to unplug it.
Oh, I will.
This is
Thanks.
just fascinating discussion.
That's enough of that.
Yeah. I have some of that spray right over here.
Did anyone see the
deodorant.
Top Gun movie?
No.
It's
Yeah.
good.
Good.
A lot of fun in the theater. I mean, you feel it. Like your seat rumbles and.
Don't they have seats in those theaters that move and rumble and shake?
Yeah, mine did.
Yeah.
And it was like
not just from not just from the sound, but they're set up to move.
I think so. Yeah, it definitely was moving.
Well, all I know is that I have no intention of seeing it or watching it when it's on demand or
It
whatever.
was fun.
Yeah.
Gotta get more.
I just watched a movie tonight. I started watching. It was called Princess. It's on Hulu, and it is a film that is an action film from the first frame to the last frame. It's just constant action, and it's all about this princess who's being held by this guy who takes over from her father, the king, and she kicks ass. She learned martial arts from a woman who was her, her what do you call her? I don't know, caretaker or whatever, and she just can really kick ass. And it's a very. I told Marjorie afterwards. I said, it's one of the most feminist movies I've ever seen. I mean, this woman just takes charge.
Princess.
It's called Princess. It's pretty good. It's
On
pretty
what?
good.
Oh, that it was called Jessica Jones, wasn't it?
No. What were you saying, Ray?
On what? On Hulu?
On Hulu. It's called Princess. And she kicks ass. She must have killed 300 people in this picture. I mean, and she, needless to say, she survives at the end. But, it's good. Good. I enjoyed it. I was surprised. I sat there and watched the whole thing. And it's pretty short. It's only about an hour and 40 minutes. So
I got Hulu, and I'm happy with it. There's a lot more stuff that I wasn't seeing because, like you said, Netflix you're really bored with. I've seen everything.
I'm bored to tears with it.
There's nothing
bored
left.
to tears with it. Yeah.
Ray and Amazon, on Messenger, I just sent you a cam of the. I didn't send you the cam, but what the stuff is.
Here
that
we
spray
go.
on
Here
the
we go.
potential.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Yeah,
Okay.
Anyway.
you can buy it at any hardware store. Sure.
Anyway.
You got to get good contact cleaner.
Oh
It's-
God! Oh, somebody help
There
me!
we go.
Somebody help
How
me!
about that Trump?
Yeah,
Oh,
he uses
yeah.
contact cleaner.
All I wanted to do was a program where we discuss social issues and political issues. And what do I get? Contact cleaner for your potentiometers.
You get prep. Well, look what they're making me drink. Look at this.
Gonna clean
I hope.
By the way,
I
that
hope
will
you put
also,
some Kool-Aid in
that
it.
will
or
also
something.
clean out the potentiometers on your audio board.
Sure will. It's going to clean my potentiometer.
Yeah.
When this is his first colonoscopy, right?
Yes.
They're probably going to find Trump's watch up your ass.
Well, they're going to
As long
find
as they
some.
don't find the
they're gonna find
knishes
some
from
of
my
the,
bar
some,
mitzvah.
They're going to find some of those hidden ballots up his ass.
It's the fun thing. That thing will clean you out so well that you will not have to go
Okay.
number 2.
Okay, people who have talked
we-
tonight, shut up for a minute. Okay, I want to talk to some people who haven't said anything. Like Charlie. Charlie hasn't said crap.
Well, y'all been saying it all.
Yeah, well, what's your take on stuff? I mean, when you have to clean a potentiometer, what do you use?
I've never cleaned the potentiometer.
It's about time.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
I think
my-
Charlie's 4 colonoscopies, right?
I have had 3. I'm gonna have my 4th next year.
Wow.
I got one, my last one I got when I think I was 78. That was 4 years ago. And he hasn't called me. He said, well, we found, they found a polyp or 2 or something like that. And he said, well, I don't know. At your age, I don't know if we want to do another one.
That's right.
Okay.
The
You take
American
those
Medical
fit tests?
Association. I'm sorry, Phil. The
Alex,
American Medical
what?
Association says that 72 or 75 is kind of the cutoff because there's a more you have a higher likelihood of dying of something else than you do of
Well,
colon
that's
cancer.
really nice to know. You know,
You-
I'd like to think maybe
I'm
I'd
reading
lived
it right here.
Oh, but I'm sorry. I would have lived to be 100, but I didn't go
But
get
just
that
ask the doctor
colonoscopy.
for it.
My mother had one.
Ask the doctor for another one. Who cares?
Well, I
you
was
know?
gonna ask him just what he thought, because he was always very good about getting a hold of me every now and then and say the only person who got a hold of me was my regular doctor, who said, well, you should maybe go out. You know, it's time for you to get a colonoscopy. And I'm thinking, it's not your job to tell me it's time to get a colonoscopy. It's my, you know, gastroenterologist ability to tell me. And
Did you ever do one of these? It's the fit test. I didn't do it because I'm doing a
that looked
colonoscopy.
like it's a UPS label.
Yeah, it looks like
Well,
anyway.
It is.
They
Then
send
take
you,
apart. As you can see, I
send you this
change
thing.
up.
You know, it's got
got two different. These are
yeah.
compressed air. So we're rotate them a little bit as that. Bring down.
That's Ray.
Oh, it's got something where you put the poop in it and you mail it back.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
I've
like
done
colon
that several times.
Yeah, I've been doing it every year.
Yeah, the only trouble is they're not highly accurate, and if they find something abnormal, then they have to still do the colonoscopy anyhow.
This is no effort. And I was just thinking that maybe Alex would want to do something like this if he's not going to do a colonoscopy. You know, at
That's
least-
what I do that every year.
yeah.
Every year.
Yeah, well, I haven't. He hasn't called me, and he's pretty good. He always used to call me. Time for your colonoscopy. You know.
About every 5 years, right?
No, well, it should be every 3 years because I had polyps. But he told me once. He said, if you get a polyp and it turns to cancer, he said it'll be 10 years before it ever does. If I cleaned you out yesterday, 10 years before, if you didn't do anything would happen to you.
That's why they recommend when you're younger every 10 years. Because it
No,
takes
they
about 10
recommend
years.
every 5 years, oddly.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Not at
It
Kaiser.
did 10 years until they found a polyp last time. And
Right.
They do it 5 years.
Yes, that's
I
correct.
have to go every 3 because I'm a polyp machine.
Really?
Yeah.
Why don't you do show and tell? Do you have
I
a
used to have
couple
I
of
used
you
to,
can show us?
I had a friend who was a comedian named Kevin Polyp. Yeah. Oh, Pollock. That was Pollock.
Pollock, polyp, whatever.
So anyway, so I'm an anarchist. Anybody have a problem with that?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't like it.
Why?
Well, I think that you should fall in line, follow the law, stop at stop signs, and
Well,
you know,
I have to because that's the way the
and
society
tip your
is.
servers.
But I don't have to say I like it.
Yeah, and just remember to tip your server.
Oh, look, a cute little girl has entered the room.
Bill?
And
Bill
she-
came back yet?
Wait a minute.
Oh, no, you said cute little girl.
Oh, I guess I was mistaken. There isn't a cute little girl who came into the room.
The
No.
COVID spreader.
Where is she?
The
She's
COVID
right,
spreader.
she right behind.
Adrian.
Is she behind the
You're
chair?
asking if you gave me COVID. Did you give me COVID?
That's cute.
Okay, let me get rid of her.
You don't have to get rid of her.
So there's another COVID variant coming.
Oh, really? What's this
Always
one
a
called?
COVID
In India, I
variant.
think they're changing the number. I don't know where they get their numbering system. 2.275 or something. It's in India and going nuts. It's taking over BA4,
Hold on a second.
BA5.
Well, let's go to Charlie. Charlie, how many people died today of COVID?
928.
The number's
in the-
going down again.
What has it been the last couple?
It's averaging about 538 per day.
Okay.
So that's higher than average.
Yeah, but still, that's pretty low, considering what was happening. What was it at the high?
It was almost 5,000 a day in January of 2020.
So
One.
we're down by more than 90%.
Yeah.
How many people have died? COVID's been out since what, 2020?
Yes, since March
And-
of 2020 was the first death. Yeah.
Okay, and so how long? How many people have died? You know, originally when it came out, there was a ton of people hospitalized, a ton of people died.
Yeah.
And now, are the death rates since Biden came in similar to the death rates of when Trump was there?
I knew he was going to say that. I was like thinking, oh, I won't assume that he's going to say that.
Obviously by the sign, not that again. Jesus.
It's like the Chinese thing when you get.
Well, more people were dying under Trump than are dying under Biden.
It's apples and oranges, Phil. It's been explained to you 15 times every time you bring it up.
Well, just look at the numbers. Charlie cites the numbers, and more people have died under Biden than under Trump.
Because it was just ramping up under Trump. He didn't do anything to
But
stop
they didn't
it.
have
Let
a
me finish.
vaccine.
He didn't do anything to stop it from ramping up. And then by the time we got to Biden, he didn't have the vaccine until maybe April, June of that year, May of that year.
He got the vaccine before he took office.
He got it, but they were only starting to ramp it up, Phil. It wasn't getting a large level of people getting the vaccine, but he made sure they got into people's arms, and that amount started going down.
Yeah,
you got to remember, Trump is the guy who told us that ivermectin worked. You know,
and bleach. Got to remember the bleach.
And bleach.
And,
how do you pronounce that? Ivermectin?
No, that's not
fluorescent tube up your ass.
Huh? What'd you say? What'd you say?
The fluorescent tube. Remember, he said to get the fluorescent light.
That's right.
Up your ass.
He was
Maybe that's what
thinking
Phil,
outside
Phil,
the
is that what
box.
you're doing tomorrow?
A UV light.
I'm going to get the light. I'm going to see the light.
UV light. That's right.
Yeah.
Hey, how long does it take until this works?
Oh wait, you'll feel about a half.
Oh, once it hits in, Phil.
A few hours, 3 or 4 hours, it'll work. It's not instant.
Once it starts happening, it doesn't stop.
No, don't get too far from the bathroom.
That's right. Handy wipes, baby wipes come in real
Well,
handy.
towards the end, you really don't get. All you're getting is water coming out.
That's right.
You know, that's good. If it's clear, you're doing great. You know.
The laxative draws in moisture into your colon without getting technical, and that's what makes you go. And you need.
So let's see here. We're talking.
For me, that stuff makes me sick to my
we're
stomach.
talking about.
Oh yeah, it does that too. Makes me nauseous.
Oh, I just go out.
This is
I
pretty
literally go out in
tasty.
the backyard. I drink it and puke. Drink and
So
puke.
we're,
This
we're-
is really tasty.
Basically, we're talking.
Fire.
We're talking about. Let's see here about potentiometer cleaner
Again?
and bowel cleaner.
Absolutely.
This is a really
That's the theme.
really good.
This show is
Really good.
getting pretty
Cleanliness is
shitty.
next to godliness.
Well, anybody know of any good vacuum cleaners? Let's just keep a theme going here.
But 38 people are watching.
Yeah, they are. Are you people out of your fucking minds?
I'm one. So
Me
All
too,
of
I'm
you,
one.
don't forget to give a thumbs up to the Alex's Ramble.
By the way, I washed my car today.
Oh, by the way,
Everybody
you
should
would
know
do a
that.
good,
Thank you,
very
Jeff.
helpful to us, you 38 people, or anybody who might be watching the reruns of this program, if you'd hit the subscribe button.
There it is.
Or what do we say?
Smash the button.
Smash,
Smash the button.
smash the subscribe button. And you might hit the notification bell, because then it will let you know every time we're on the air. In other words, we'll be as annoying as Tony.
Who's been pretty quiet tonight.
By the way, do you have that recording of Tony again that we can play for Tony while he's here?
He saved text messages from 7 years ago.
Let me find it. There's Tony.
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 Phony, Tony.
I know he's going to Trump's side because he hasn't called me at all for like 2 weeks.
Aren't you lucky?
She's got a fucking hot on. Trump called the fucking father out. He called him a war criminal. You know what? He called him the fucking truth.
He did.
He has got a fucking action line with this guy.
Dirty.
Because,
Who called in the troops? Wait a minute, hold on a second. Who called in the troops, Tony?
When Trump called Dick Cheney a war criminal with the weapons of mass destruction, that was all accurate.
No, he called McCain a war criminal.
Yes.
Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney.
No.
No, he called McCain, not Dick Cheney. Dick
called
Cheney
John
is
McCain.
long gone.
He called John McCain a
No, during-
wimp.
But Liz Cheney's
Loser.
dad, he was giving
A
these
loser
things-
for getting caught.
Yeah, he calls him a war criminal for the weapons of mass destruction that they never found.
Well, Cheney is a war criminal.
And he said that, and she's got a hard on for him, Liz Cheney. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
But he deserves it. So someone needs to have a hard on for him. He's a criminal.
No, but I mean, I don't trust anything she really says because she's sitting up there with a.
hard on
Who cares?
If she's saying
Let's
the
clear
truth or
this
not.
up. Let's clear this up, and I think this is important before we get the show is over with, and that is, Liz Cheney is a woman. She doesn't get a hard on.
True.
Okay.
She's got like.
So
I'm
so
just
you
saying-
if you said she got wet,
Well,
okay, you'd be
In Tony's world, she can get a hard on.
but he actually, I'm telling you,
Tony, when it
he
comes
has
to
an actual-
politics, do me a favor, Tony. When it comes
Yeah.
to politics, shut the fuck up.
But I'm right about
Okay,
her.
no, you're
Tony,
not.
No, you're not.
I mean, even
No,
if
you're
you
not.
are right, right,
And
He
where,
is right.
and where did you get your information?
You feel?
TikTok.
Do
Phil,
not play me on the air, please, because I didn't ask you to play me on the air.
You know what I want to do? I want to see him burn.
Jesus.
Yeah, that if I'm giving you a message, you don't have to
I'll
play
tell you
it
what
on
we're going to
the air.
do from here on in, Tony.
Have
I'm going
luck.
to get anybody
No,
here,
you're out,
anybody
too.
here who gets messages from Tony, create a file out of it and send
Should
it
I-
to me,
should
and I
I
will
say every
post it
message
on
I'm
my
sending?
Facebook page.
That's a Bush League thing to do.
I think Facebook
No,
will
the
shut
Bush
down
thing
for
league
too
is
much
to call
information.
him 10 times a day with these
No,
forgotten
but I mean that's a
messages.
private message. If you want
Also-
to ask me
That's
on
not
the
a
air,
private message. It's
Hey,
it's-
you've been
That's what
chicken.
people
He sits there and he sends this thing
No.
all
But
day
all I'm
long.
saying is you
but-
could ask me what I feel about her, and I
Ask-
just said it. Did I just say it? Did I just say it?
Well, yeah, you said it.
Okay.
Okay,
So
so,
I
why,
was
so why do
helping
we
you.
have to listen to you say it? Why can't we just play you saying it?
Yeah.
Because that's a private message.
much
I don't-
easier to
No,
do.
it's not a private
Play
message.
it if I'm not on the air. If
It's
I'm
not-
on the air, then you could
Yeah,
ask.
it's not a private message. You send it to Phil.
Yeah,
it was a
between
private.
people.
It was a
It's
private.
over.
Nothing private with Phil.
It was
Nothing.
I know that, but if I'm on the air, you can just ask me. That's come
You
on.
know,
Right.
No,
I would
we can't,
like to
though, is
ask
it-
you.
Alan, if
you
I'm
need-
talking to you, please,
Get an
because you
act.
voted for Trump twice and you don't even say jack shit on the air. So what do you got to
Only
say
once.
about that,
Who voted for Trump twice?
Alan?
Alan, he only voted
No,
for
I
him
didn't.
once.
He only
once.
voted once.
He's all
And
quiet
also,
now.
I would like to, Tony, where is the data about Trump calling
No, you know what it
him a
was
war
when
criminal?
he had the
Where is it?
when he had the debate, and he pretty much called him out for the weapons of mass destruction. I can't pull it right out, but he called her father a war criminal. He was right.
No, I want to hear. I want to see where she said where he said he was a war criminal. I'm looking
He
everywhere. I
basically-
cannot find it
Ray, he
anywhere.
called-
No,
he called her father
everybody
out.
called him a war criminal, not
I wish we
necessarily
could get
Trump.
back
But
to
he said
talking
it in a
about
roundabout way.
potentiometers.
Yeah. How much of this shit do I have to drink until it starts working?
Oh, this
At
show's
least
almost.
at least half the bottle,
Thank
and then it takes about 3 hours.
I got a third. I've
You're
already
supposed to
drank
drink
a third of it.
Like
Yeah,
8
that's
ounces
it,
every
yeah.
15 minutes. You wait, it's going to make you feel nauseous.
No, it's not going to make him feel nauseous.
Well,
Hey,
magnesium
Phil,
citrate usually
Wait a
doesn't,
minute.
but that stuff
I wish I could have thrown up.
You lock your kid out. Oh, you open the door for her?
Yeah, I remember she got mad at me because I didn't let her know the end of the show. Come on, it's the end of the show.
Come on.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Hey, just say goodnight.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll
Night.
start playing the
Bye.
theme here.
There she
Hey,
goes.
there she is.
There she is.
Okay, he's gonna say goodnight, Adrian.
Doesn't my camera look great? Don't you think this
It
camera
does
looks
look
terrific?
great.
Yeah.
It does.
Wearing a hat, Alex.
What?
Why aren't you wearing a hat?
Because I didn't feel like wearing a hat. Now you're too loud.
I know.
Not too loud. Jesus Christ.
Order that spray that I sent you, Ray.
Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Adrian. She pops up like it's like where's Waldo?
There she is, down in the corner.
Thank
Doing
you.
the Adrian. Doing the Adrian shuffle.
Thank you, Charlie. Appreciate it. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you to Tony, and thank you to Ray. Everybody, give a big wave goodbye, and I'll give a big wave goodbye at you. Okay. There they go, folks. That's our citizen panel for tonight. There'll be another one assembling tomorrow night, right here to talk about all things cleaner. I don't know. Anyway, that's it for tonight. I'm Alex Bennett. And stay tuned for Jack Bishop. He's next over most of the same station with the intersection at Gabnet Live on Skype. I'll be here again tomorrow night. Same time, same station in life. And in the meantime, if you see her, tell her I love her, okay? Good night, everybody.